Good evening and welcome. In the fast-evolving race for dominance in generative AI, one of the world's biggest tech companies is facing an unexpected and increasingly public challenge. Despite massive investments, deep product integrations, and high-profile enterprise rollouts, Microsoft's Copilot is struggling to win the hearts and budgets of the very audience it was built for. Instead, a growing number of businesses are turning to ChatGPT, the AI product from Microsoft's own partner and rival, OpenAI. Let us take a closer look at how this surprising shift is unfolding and what it could mean for the future of AI in the workplace. In early 2024, global pharmaceutical giant Amgen proudly announced it would deploy Microsoft Copilot to 20,000 employees. At the time, it was seen as a strong endorsement of Microsoft's multi-billion-dollar investment in generative AI. But just over a year later, Amgen's staff are increasingly favoring ChatGPT, not Copilot, for everyday work tasks like research, document drafting, and especially summarizing complex scientific literature. According to Sean Bruch, Amgen's senior vice president, OpenAI has done a great job of creating a product that is delightful and easy to use. While Copilot remains important, it is primarily used within Microsoft's own ecosystem, Outlook, Teams, and Office apps rather than as a standalone problem solver. This sentiment is not unique. Though both Copilot and ChatGPT are built on OpenAI's language models, users report that ChatGPT is faster, more intuitive, and even more enjoyable to interact with. In an industry where speed and clarity are essential, especially when working with large volumes of technical or regulatory information, ChatGPT has become the preferred tool even when companies are paying for both. Internally, some at Microsoft are starting to acknowledge the problem. One anonymous employee admitted, "We thought we'd dominate the enterprise market because of our strong ties with IT departments. But people were already using ChatGPT before Copilot even launched. And that early lead has proven powerful." As of June 2025, ChatGPT boasts over 800 million weekly active users, including 3 million paying business subscribers, a 50% increase since January. In comparison, Microsoft Copilot has just 20 million weekly users and has seen minimal growth. The irony runs deep. Microsoft has invested approximately $14 billion into OpenAI. Yet the two companies are now in direct competition. OpenAI continues to expand its reach by signing deals with rival cloud providers and acquiring tools like Windsurf, which directly competes with Microsoft's own GitHub Copilot. To make matters more confusing, Microsoft has used the Copilot branding across multiple products, creating market confusion. ChatGPT, on the other hand, has become synonymous with generative AI. Some businesses, such as New York Life Insurance, are experimenting with both tools. They have rolled out ChatGPT and Copilot to 12,000 employees and are collecting feedback before committing to a long-term strategy. According to Chief Data and Analytics Officer Don Vu, Copilot's seamless integration into Microsoft apps is valuable, but ChatGPT still wins when it comes to familiarity and overall user experience. Industry analysts say the split makes sense. Jason Wong, vice president at Gartner, notes that many companies are only piloting Copilot, with a few hundred or a few thousand users. This leaves an opening for OpenAI to expand rapidly into enterprise settings. Wong calls it a head-to-head battle between AI giants. At Bain & Company, a firm of 16,000 employees, ChatGPT is still the preferred tool even as Copilot gradually improves. Ramesh Razdan, Bain's Chief Technology Officer, puts it bluntly, Copilot is getting better, but it is not yet at ChatGPT's level. Of course, Microsoft has secured some big wins. Companies like Barclays, Accenture, and Volkswagen have signed on with Copilot, each with deployments exceeding 100,000 users. Microsoft proudly claims that 70% of Fortune 500 companies now use Copilot in some capacity, yet when it comes to enthusiasm at the employee level, the kind of engagement that leads to retention, innovation, and cultural buy-in, the momentum is clearly with OpenAI. And OpenAI is not letting up. The company continues to capitalize on its lead, with flexible pricing models and a rapidly expanding ecosystem. Gartner forecasts that the cost of AI APIs could drop significantly by 2027, making products like ChatGPT even more accessible to mid-size businesses and startups. The key takeaway? Copilot may have Microsoft's infrastructure and distribution muscle, but ChatGPT has the mindshare and increasingly the market share. As the battle for enterprise AI dominance heats up, Microsoft faces a difficult question. Can it pivot fast enough to match the usability, and momentum of a rival it helped build? Or will the very tool it helped finance become the biggest threat to its own enterprise future? Thank you for watching. Stay with us for more insights into the evolving landscape of AI, tech, and innovation shaping the workplace of tomorrow.